question on everyone's mind when South Africa came out to bat after the lunch break and in what was, of course, the final session of day 4 of the second test between India and South Africa is why did they bother coming out to bat? The answer in hindsight seems to be getting Tristan Stubbs to a test century. Of course, he didn't quite end up getting there in the end. He was bowled for 94 runs. 94 runs is where he ended up falling. So he fell 6 runs short in his pursuit of getting 100. He's got, of course, in tests, he's got hundreds before. He's got 2 test 100s. Would have been a third, and I'd argue probably he's more special in test match cricket if he had managed to get one against this Indian team. But he missed out by 6 runs. No problemo. As soon as Ravindra Jadeja clean bowled him, Temba Bavuma made the signal to the South Africans, come back in. That's it. Enough. Done. Dusted. Tata, bye-bye as far as India's hopes of potentially winning this series are concerned. So the big numbers, South Africa have declared at 260 for 5. So I said that they'd want to add about 200 runs. They have in fact added 260 runs. So that's 60 more runs than what it is that I anticipated they would look to get. 260 runs, which means they've declared with a lead of 548, meaning India need 549 runs to win. Now, I wish I could give you guys some hope and say that, yeah, this is something that if India bat this way, then they may be able to salvage a win. A win is out of the question. I think the other reason that South Africa have in fact gone for this long a win batting line or batting extended batting time in the middle is that they wanted to eliminate the prospect of an India win, even if that means drawing this particular test match. Why? Because this will be the first time in 25 years that South Africa will have won a test series in India. Even if it means winning it 1-0, then it still means a series victory. The best thing that India can do at this point is play for a draw. I don't think a win is on the table anymore, barring something absolutely miraculous and barring the choke of all chokes from the South African cricket team. I don't think a win is in the offing because 549 would mean shattering the highest total successfully chased in a test match in India, which is of course 387, and that happened some 17 years ago when India took on England. Is there a chance that that could happen? I mean, you can never say never, but I would say 99.99% this test match is ending with a South Africa win. And it will be, of course, India's second test whitewash or test series whitewash at home on the trot against a Sena nation. They did, of course, beat West Indies in the interim, in between that, sandwich between those two series whitewashes. There was that test series win, not that anyone cares. But the fact of the matter is that, well, South Africa, at this point, I'd say 2 results are possible. Either they are winning the test match or this is a draw and India end up losing the series any which way. So that is basically the way it is. It was a frustrating session yet again. It was one session that, truth be told, didn't really end up yielding much. The more interesting things or things that perhaps had piqued the interest in a weird way of the Indian fan was what was happening with Siraj, where he ended up potentially going off the field for a little bit due to an injury, then came back on only to drop a catch. Yikes, I think that sums up how the test match has been going at this point in time. The other thing that really sums up where it is that Indian test cricket is right now is that our pace bowling all-rounder, and I'm using that word generously, in Nitish Kumar Reddy, was seen trying to bowl a back of the hand cutter despite the fact that his average speed so far during this test match has not been past the mid 120s. Make of that what you will. I mean, you can talk about, reminisce about the days when India would be, even in home test matches, be playing 3 pure pacers with Jadeja and Ashwin being the 2 spin bowling options. Those days seem like a big time relic of a past long gone, but I mean, that was only a few years back. So where is it that, what is it that has changed in the interim? We know what it is has changed, but I'm not going to go too deep into what exactly has happened there. Well, I said that this would be an update. I'll quickly take some of your comments, but for those of you just joining us, well, that's the session sum up for you, and I'll quickly do it again. 260 for 5 is where South Africa finally chose to declare, And the fact that they chose to declare once Tristan Stubbs was clean bowled by Ravindra Jadeja tells you that they were basically only waiting for Stubbs to get to his century. If he failed, they would declare, and that is exactly what happened. So 549 is what India have to win. Let's quickly go through what some of you are saying. You've got Priyanshu here saying that South Africa made a mistake by batting this long. Can Indian batsmen show at least some fight for a draw? Ideally, they should, but I don't trust them. I agree. Ideally, they should, but even I don't trust them. And even if South Africa have made a mistake in terms of foregoing the win, they're still getting a series win. So I don't think they really care that much about just winning this. Yes, WTC points will go, but they'll take a test win. Take it session by session. First target should be to end today's day without losing a wicket, one at best. Yeah, but I mean, that would then require you to bat out 90 overs potentially on a fifth day track where it is going to continue to turn and the bounce is going to continue getting better for the spinners. Can you survive, or can you see this particular batting lineup surviving that sort of an onslaught? I cannot. Freaking awesome says, I think South Africa stretched a bit more unnecessarily. India should play normally. They shouldn't be too defensive. 136 is the highest number of overs played by India in the fourth innings at home in 1948. But see, that's it. 1948 was eons back. I mean, 1948, none of us were even born at that point in time. So that in itself tells you how unlikely this particular result is. Even I don't see much optimism even in the comment section. In fact, most of you are just saying that India should look to play normal cricket. As Priyanshu points out, the temperament is key. And you've got Suhas Jayaprakash saying, can Yashasvi pull off a miracle? At this point, no one can pull off a miracle. At least that's how my reading of it. Unlikelier things have happened, yes. Test cricket is a funny old game, but I don't see India winning. The only results I see here are South Africa victory or a drawn test match, which means either which way that India are set to lose yet another home test series, and well, there's pretty much nothing you and I can do about it. I don't know. I don't know what exactly it is to say anymore at this point in time. It just feels like you're waiting slowly but surely for the inevitable to happen. As Naveen Narayan points out, as winning is ruled out due to this paltry batting lineup, should they meditate on the pitch rather than going berserk? I agree. I think they should look to just be playing calmly and bat out, play for a draw. Nothing wrong with it, but you're still losing the series, so it doesn't really count for much. Yes, a series loss, a whitewash is worse than a series loss, but either which way, still a series loss. Any which way, I'll take your leave because the session will be, or the next innings, the final innings, the fourth innings of this test match is going to get underway soon. So we'll see you at the end of the day. There's still a few more overs left. So about, as of now, you've got a little over an hour's play in terms of, let's say, how much time is left in today. Let's see how it is the Indian batters fare and join us then. Thank you guys for joining us on this live stream. As always, like, share, subscribe, tap the bell, follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, X, and Facebook, and stay tuned for more such videos from the world of sport. For now, for me, it's goodbye.